The big political controversy in Assam. An EVM, electronic voting machine, found in the car of a Bharatiya Janata Party candidate, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Randeep Singh Surjewala. A battery of Congress leaders have come out all guns blazing, not only targeting the Bharatiya Janata Party, but also raising questions about the impartiality of the Election Commission. Tanushri Pandey brings you this report.
Barely hours after the second phase of polling in Assam on Thursday, EVM found in BJP candidate's car. EC orders repolling in one booth. This is MLA Krishnendu Paul's car. The Mahindra Bolero with the number plate AS10B0022 is registered in the BJP candidate's name. Paul is fighting for the Patharkandi constituency seat. Locals intercepted the MLA's car after they saw it was carrying an EVM after polling was over in the Ratabari assembly seat of Assam. Soon the incident exploded into a full-blown political war of words between the Congress and the BJP.
जिस भारतीय जनता पार्टी की कैंडिडेट की गाड़ी से ईवीएम मिले थे, उसके खिलाफ क्या कार्रवाई हुई? क्या वहां दोबारा चुनाव की निष्पक्षता के बारे में, ईवीएम्स के बारे में नहीं जांच होनी चाहिए थी?
पुराना स्वभाव रहा है कांग्रेस का, when they are faced with imminent defeat, they start using this kind of result. Just wait and watch as we draw ahead, as we move ahead in the election process. They are going to make one more allegation. I am making a prediction right now.
When questioned, Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal chose to evade India today.
सर ईवीएम मिला है गाड़ी में, वो आप लोग के कैंडिडेट का है सर, पाथरकांडी कैंडिडेट कृष्णेंदु पॉल का है सर।
ये तो आपका पास जानकारी।
नहीं सर, ये जानकारी नहीं सर, ये जानकारी तो सर
सुनिए भाई
जी सर,
मैं इतना ही कह सकता हूँ कि फिर से बीजेपी सरकार बन रहा है।
सर ये बड़ा एलिगेशन है सर, लोगों का चुनाव पे से भरोसा ही उठ रहा है सर।
Even as embarrassed officials tried to deflect the gross violation, the Election Commission ordered fresh polling in one polling station of the Ratabari seat. The explanation given for why the EVM was questionable. The official car carrying the EVM broke down on Thursday, which is why the machine was being transported in another vehicle. It was incidental that the car belonged to a BJP candidate. Under fire, BJP candidate, however, has now admitted owning the car in which the EVMs were found, but claims that he just obliged EC officials who asked for a lift.
हाँ, वो हमारा गाड़ी, हमारा मिसेस का नाम का गाड़ी है।
तो उस गाड़ी में ईवीएम कैसे बरामद हुए सर? ईवीएम क्या पोलिंग मशीन उस गाड़ी में क्या कर रहा था?
ना कोई एक गाड़ी खराब हो गया, इधर में बारिश चल रहा था, तो हमारा भाई को इधर रुक के बोला थोड़ा हेल्प करने के लिए, तो ये लोग ये खराब गाड़ी से हमारा गाड़ी में उठा।
The poll panel has taken action against the officers involved.
The Election Commission, apart from taking the decision of a repoll in the same seat, has now suspended 4 officers and has also asked the deciding officer to send them a very detailed report of the entire incident. The Assam CEO has also been asked to dive deep into the incident and to dig out more details of what exactly happened. This is Aishwarya Paliwal reporting from New Delhi from outside the Election Commission of India with camera person Pavan Kumar.
And the Congress has come out all guns blazing, targeting not just the BJP, but also the Election Commission. RP Singh represents the BJP. He's joining me on the show. Adil Singh Boparai joins me from the Congress party. RP Singh, the Congress is asking Election Commission और BJP का ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है?
हाँ Gaurav, thank you, and thank you for getting Adil Boparai again along with me in the panel. A very dear friend, but issue is, see, Election Commission has already taken action against the concerned officer. It is a matter of coincidence. We are creating mole out of mountain. I mean, mountain out of mole. There is nothing of this sort. That there is some hacking happening. I have gone through the complete report of the Election Commission. It's in my hand. It categorically said that EVM were not tampered, not touched. Their seals were there. Even then, they have suspended the officers and have has ordered the report. So, where is the question?
Okay, Adil Singh Boparai, you buy this?
Another second.
No, you're saying it's an innocent mistake. It's a coincidence.
No. It's a mistake. It's a mistake, and action should be taken.
20 seconds.
It's a mistake, and action has been taken, and in future also, if this sort of mistake happen, action should be taken. But if a person is standing in rain and then he gives a hand to a car, which happened to be BJP candidate's wife car, not his car, his wife car, and then so it be. I mean, it's not that that someone was intentionally doing it.
Adil Singh Boparai wants to respond because the Congress very clearly doesn't think that this is a coincidence. And why not, Adil Singh Boparai?
Gaurav, watchdogs under our constitution have unfortunately become lapdogs under the BJP. Today, the Election Commission of India has been formally recognized as an alliance partner of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they have joined the electoral stream. And it is not just the Election Commission of India. It is the Income Tax Department. It is the Enforcement Directorate. It is the Narcotics Control Bureau. And it is the CBI. Now, all these agencies, in tandem with the Bharatiya Janata Party, have a single-minded objective, which is to disturb and alter a level playing field and ensure that the Bharatiya Janata Party wins either by hook or by crook. And let's make no mistakes. What is being captured on camera is booth capturing, point number 2. Point number 3, there are very clear guidelines, SOPs, handbooks, Representation of People's Act directions which have to be followed. And it is so coincidental, and if I believe Sardar R.P. Singh Saab, who's a very fine individual, but unfortunately in the wrong party, these EVMs, polled EVMs, after voting, find their way into the boot of a BJP candidate. Now, who's going to believe all this? Democracy is being
Respond,
murdered.
R.P. Singh.
Democracy is being subverted.
Respond.
And lastly, Gaurav,
R.P. Singh,
this is not just
too much of a coincidence is not just one point.
In Jamuna, 30 seconds. There have been incidents in Jamuna. There have been instances in Dibrugarh where unauthorized people were found inside the strong room. There have been instances in Kelao Gaon where EVMs are missing. The Election Commission of India should stop wasting government property. They should move into the BJP headquarters, lease out one floor, and Nirvachan Sadan can become a COVID dedication center. Because the Election Commission now
Respond,
is an
R.P.
extension
Singh.
of the Bharatiya Janata.
The Congress says it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. And, you know, they're using your language. Ye sanyog hai, ya ye prayog hai. What is happening in Assam?
Gaurav, there are more than 11,500 booths for this round of the election, 175 candidates, 47 constituencies in 12 districts, and 1 EVM. So, आप इसको प्रयोग बताएं या सहयोग बताएं, ये आपका काम है. It's them to decide or them to say what they have to say. But fact is, they don't have faith in the democracy of the country. When they challenge the election commission, it means they challenge the democracy of the country. They have all the right to do that because there is a monarchist party and they believe in monarchism. So they'll keep challenging election commission, Supreme Court. Oh, Supreme Court ne faisla kar diya. Supreme Court is not entitled to give this decision. So is army. Oh, army chief sadak ka gunda hai. So they'll keep challenging the system because that's what they are, because they can't afford to lose elections. And then again, just wait for time. It's just by the time result comes, they'll say all EVMs have been tampered. Some software was put and all EVMs have been tampered. Sir, you're an intelligent man, sir. Give me a second. Boparai Saab, you're an intelligent man. And I appreciate, don't behave like your leader, sir. I mean, don't behave like your leader who has nothing more than to tweet and just, and that too, he has hired some agency who
Adil Singh Boparai, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, spoke to India today, and he said that the Congress realizes it is losing. It's clutching onto straws. Before election results are out or when election results are out, they'll start saying, whatever button you press, vote goes to BJP. So all of this is a loser's lament, sir.
गौरव, भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हिंदुस्तान में लोकतंत्र का मजाक बना दिया है. मजाक. They have reduced institutions to a joke. Number one. Number two, I think Jitendra Singh is hallucinating. It is not an allegation, it is a fact. It is a fact where vigilant locals found more than 3 EVMs, polled EVMs, in the boot of the BJP candidate for their political constituency. This is unprecedented. This is booth capturing happening with the complicity of the Election Commission of India. And yes, I reiterate, democracy is dead in India.
That's why
Because democratic institutions are being manipulated. Democratic institutions
That's
are
why
being
there's a
interrupt
repol
you.
there, sir.
I didn't interrupt you. Please don't interrupt.
Sorry.
तुसी
Please go ahead.
लोकतंत्र का मखौल बनाता है. Please let me complete. Let me complete. मखौल बनाता है.
Complete.
The world is laughing at us.
Sir.
This was an
Captain
institution that was headed by doyens like Ian Session. Today it has become a rubber stamp. It has become an apologist for the Bharatiya Janata Party. That is why I'm saying
respond RP Singh, because
into the BJP headquarters.
Okay, the complaint that is being made against the Election Commission is standard operating procedures not being followed. For example, a GPS device that is supposed to be there in the vehicle, where was that? An armed escort. So even if you buy the theory that, or the story that's being floated that gaadi kharab ho gayi, so they shifted everything in the BJP, candidate's car, where did the officials disappear? Where did the armed escort disappear? Why weren't they with the electronic voting machine? And this is a question which is not just being asked by the Congress, it's also being asked by former EC officials.
Okay. Gaurav, what my friend Bopara is saying, Adil is saying, ask him, will Captain Amrinder Singh say the same? Will Baghel Saab say the same? No, they won't. Because I remember Captain said, no, EVMs are okay, we have won elections, no question on EVM. Not me, Captain Amrinder Singh said so. But coming to, can I complete? Thank you, sir. Bopara Saab, Makhol mat udao.
One by one.
Makhol mat udao. Sir, democracy ko makhol mat udao. Democracy ko pitti mat banao, please. I mean, you have all other people to make pity of. Don't make democracy a pity of your leader. So let's come to the issue. Issue is there is a breakdown. 20 minutes at 21 some hours, the call was made. It's all on record, and they were waiting for 20 minutes, and since the vehicle didn't turn up, so they took a lift from a vehicle, and in which the armed guard was there. It's not that it was just an election commissioner there, the election agent there of the election commission. So they can twist what they want to say, but as I repeat again, the monarchist party have no faith in election commission. They don't have faith in Supreme Court, judiciary. They don't have faith in army. That has been proven again and again.
Adil Singh Boparai, the BJP says that you're making a mountain out of a molehill. It's a fact that the machine wasn't tampered with. All parts of the machine were intact and sealed. It was a genuine issue that had happened with the vehicle collapse, not working. A phone call had been made. All efforts, all SOPs, according to the Election Commission, were followed. It's just that the Congress is making a mountain of a molehill. Sarvanand Sonowal also seemed to indicate, though he ran away from Tanushree Pandey's question, he didn't answer it, gave out that impression that because the Congress is losing, this lament comes up, sir.
Well, firstly, Gaurav, the Congress party is winning Assam. So Sarvanand Sonowal and his acolytes can say whatever they want to, number one. Number two, let's go through facts. Polled EVMs, polled votes, akin to ballot boxes, find their way in the boot of a BJP candidate. Now, any person in his right mind cannot find this to be a small issue. It is loot of democracy. It is murder of democracy, whatever RP Singh Saab has to say. He's in a very difficult situation today, and I can understand that. Point number two, I leave it to your viewers today. And I would just like to repeat this. A fascist party has destroyed institutions. A fascist party ensures that polled EVMs, Hindustan ke nagriko ka mat, is stolen, put into the boot of a BJP candidate so that the final outcome is altered. I think this is a dark day in Indian democracy. This is an extremely unfortunate event which is ushering that we are finally moving into the last stage of fascism, which is manipulation of elections and ushering into formal autocracy. This is what is happening, and RP Singh Saab can make it look very innocent, but this is murder of democracy to any independent and objective.
It's the people who decide anyways. But the Election Commission's credibility here is at stake, RP Singh, for the simple reason that that machine could have stayed where it was, waited for a car of the Election Commission or the state government or the administration to fetch up, and then gone. Why get into the car of a BJP candidate? Caesar's wife has to be above suspicion, which she isn't in this case.
100% accepted. Caesar's wife has to be above suspicion. And then, just as I said, at 9 o'clock, the incidents happened. 20 minutes, it was pouring heavily. And then it's on record. And then 20 minutes, they waited. It was pouring heavily. That's why they asked for a lift. And coincidentally, it happened to be BJP's MLA's wife car. So, and out of how many votes? I said 11,500 votes for 175 candidates. One-off instance happened, and that's why the people have been suspended. But there is question, and repoll has been ordered, although the machine was not tampered with, neither a seal was opened. The repoll is happening. And who's talking of fascism?
Okay.
Sir, Sonia Gandhi's father was part of...
Okay, no, sir, not central to the debate today, sir. Not central to the debate today. Okay, last 20 seconds because I have run out of time on the show today. It was about the EVMs. We will stay on this issue. Okay, 20 seconds.
This issue is being discussed because it was captured on camera. There must be numerous such cases which have got away. There have been numerous such cases where the BJP has got away with its evil design. You are discussing this because it was captured on camera and it is incontrovertible truth. The EC has become a handmaiden of the Bharatiya Janata Party and people are losing credibility in the impartiality and integrity of the election.
Can I make a very small point?
Okay, RP Singh wants to respond to you. Last 10 seconds, sir.
Very small
point. Model is being repeated across the country.
Sir, thank you so much, Adil.
I appreciate
Gaurav, एक मिनट यार, Gaurav, अरे सुन लो यार, सुनो एक मिनट सुनो. Gaurav, just keep his video intact. This video what Adil is saying today. Tomorrow, after 2nd May, I'll come again to you, and we'll repeat this video.
Well, sir, both of you are always welcome on India First, on India Today. It's a pleasure, gentlemen, to have both of you on the broadcast. But, you know, yesterday Bangla was being spoken on the show. Today it's Punjabi. And, you know, it's so many colors of our country on India First. Gentlemen, many thanks for joining me. But before we all go.
Hello, everyone. This is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.